I'm Lizelle Bisschoff, the Director of Africa in Motion, the annual Edinburgh African Film Festival, which is taking place this year from the 23rd of October to the 2nd of November. We have a very exciting lineup this year. We're opening on the Thursday the 23rd with a Yusuf Shaheen film. Yusuf Shaheen is the Egyptian filmmaker who passed away in July this year. So our opening screening is a tribute to his work and his hugely important legacy for African filmmaking. We're opening with a classic film of him, The Land or Al Art. We also have, we're very lucky to have two of the continent's most celebrated directors in attendance, the Burkinabe director Gaston Caboret and the Malian director Suleiman Cissé. We will be screening small retrospectives for both of them. We also have a short film competition. And this is AIM's commitment to supporting filmmaking activity on the continent. So we put out a call for entries. We had about 60 entries from almost 20 African countries. We have a short list of 8 films, which will be screened at the festival with the winner announced afterwards. Gaston Caboret is the head of the jury for the short film competition, and he will announce the winning short film, which will get £1,000. The idea of this is to help filmmakers to continue their filmmaking careers and make it a bit easier for them to fulfill their dreams. Then we have a very interesting focus on popular African cinema. We want to explore a bit what Africans are watching. So we are screening a Nollywood film. This is a film from the very prolific Nigerian video film industry. The film is called Bleeding Rose, a really interesting film which just explores different elements of witchcraft, Christianity, tradition, modernity. A film which won the prize for Best Nigerian Feature Film at the Lagos International Film Festival last year. Another film in this theme of popular African cinema is a film from Tanzania called Bongoland, There Is No Place Like Home. This is a very rare opportunity for audiences to see a Swahili film in the UK. And there aren't many films from East Africa, so we're very excited to be able to explore this region as well. We also have a series of late-night screenings of African horrors and experimental work. This is really to explore some interesting strands and genres in African cinema. Perhaps films that people wouldn't necessarily associate with Africa. We hope that audiences' perceptions will be challenged slightly in terms of what kind of films come out of Africa. So we're screening these late night screenings from over the last weekend of the festival. It kicks off on the Thursday evening with 2 experimental films from South Africa, SMS Sugarman, which is the first feature-length film shot entirely on mobile phone cameras. And then that will be accompanied by a short called Jesus and the Giant. This is a film that is entirely composed of digital stills, which were then stitched together to make the final film. Another way where we want to explore some interesting strands and genres coming out of Africa is our focus on animation films. We have 2 series of animation screenings, one for adults and one for children. Both will include short animation films from all over the continent, really from North Africa, from South Africa, West Africa, from all parts of the continent, and different types of animation such as 2D, 3D, cutout animation, claymation, stop motion animation. The children animation screenings on the Saturday will be followed by an animation workshop for children, which will be run by an animation studio in Edinburgh. So kids will have the chance to make their own simple cut-out animation film. We also have another very interesting focus on the Bushmen of Southern Africa. We have 2 documentaries about the Bushmen, which will be followed by a discussion on these documentaries and on the Bushmen of Southern Africa. This panel of quite high-profile people have all worked with the Bushmen and published books on the Bushmen and made films about them as well. This focus on the Bushmen will further be complemented by our exhibition in the Filmhouse Cafe for the duration of the festival, which will be an exhibition of Bushman artwork and jewellery. All these pieces will be for sale, and they were made by communities in Namibia, and the proceeds of the exhibition pieces that we sell will go back directly to the communities in Southern Africa. Our closing screening on Sunday, the 2nd of November, is a wonderful film from Guinea, Clouds Over Conakry, a film which addresses the issues of tradition versus modernity in very interesting ways. And this is, of course, an issue that is quite pertinent in Africa. So expanding our main focus on film somewhat, we also have some live music events in the Filmhouse Cafe on some evenings. We are using some African musicians based in Edinburgh. There will be drumming, dancing, singing. Please join us for that.